So I think that getting demonetized was the best thing that ever happened to me. Now, I know this sounds crazy because I've complained a lot about this in the past year, but I recently had an epiphany. And maybe it's my epiphany phase, I don't know. But I was thinking about how stressed I've been the last 3 years. Because as you guys know, a lot of this stuff was like overnight. It was, most people, it's like a slow growth. Not me. It was one day, I was just a normal chick. The next, even to this day, I get recognized everywhere I go. And I ended up at one point having 15 employees. Guys, I do not have the personality to manage people. I do not. I'm not detail oriented. I'm not organized. I'm very messy. When it comes to personality types, I'm a very hard worker. I am creative, but managing people, nay-ski. This level of stress on me, I think really affected my life. I was very, very stressed out because I had 15 people. On top of that, I thought it was a good idea to manage other people that later decided I was a colonizer. I'm not going to name names, but and even in managing a bunch of other YouTube talents, I had this crazy amount of stress on me that in running the people that would run their stuff, because I thought I could just plug people in my system and it would be really good, And then they ended up calling me colonizers with slave. Okay, I moved on from that. The people that know, okay. And anyways, so when I got demonetized, I was forced to stop the shows, which I hated doing anyways. I was also forced to, I liked them in the beginning, but by the end I was done. And I was also forced to downsize, which was really hard. I really didn't want to do it. But it was like the smaller we got the last couple of months, it was like less stressful on me. And I was looking back in hindsight and I just thought this probably is going to be, it was really hard, but it was probably going to be the best thing that ever happened to me. So let's talk about the future, because I had a video last time telling you guys what was going on, and I want to give you guys a time frame on when you can expect, and this is a ballpark time frame on when you can expect content. So I told you guys I had a couple ideas of videos I wanted to do in the future. I told you guys about my unfinished documentaries that I have been promising you for like 2 years. And the issue was I was trying to do the show. I was trying to do all of these managed talent, and I just could not focus on finishing them because I had so much going on. And I also did everything wrong. I didn't go in with a plan. I didn't go in with a storyline. I just said, let's start interviewing people in these industries and see what we come up with. Bad. Look, there's smart. So I have 2 and I decided to do 2 at the same time. I don't know why you would do that. So I have 2 coming out. The first one's called Demonetized, and it's basically the story of me moving from Chicago to London, starting the show, going on Pierce Morgan, getting demonetized. And I made this because there's so many internet hit pieces on me that just they go through my whole life, and a lot of them aren't correct, and a lot of them exaggerate things. And I just felt like if there was going to be all of these hit pieces telling that story, I wanted to tell it myself. So that's 1. 2 is the divorce documentary. The name, I just recently changed it. It was going to be called Why Men Don't Want to Marry Anymore, but instead I'm going to call it How to Destroy a Man. And it's going to go through the step-by-step steps you can take to destroy a man that are perfectly legal. And, you know, just how society in general destroys men. Oh no, hold on. This is my alarm. Dang it, guys. Whatever. I'm going to keep it going. So I got up before it today. So that's the second documentary. I'm in a hotel because I'm getting the rest of my stuff from England. Okay. So now let's go into timelines for that. So I don't want to come back until those are pretty much done. I want those to be finished, done with, because I'm sick of coming back and telling people, all right, it's coming out, and I don't even know when. So that's my number one priority. I may do like a one-off here or there, but I'm really dedicating most of my time and energy to that. Stage 2. I really enjoyed Pearl Daily, but there's a problem I have with covering the news. I don't love going back and forth with people 24/7. You know, it's doing a reaction to, I'm going to pretend this is my video, to Brittany Renner twerking again, or some OnlyFans chick saying she has 100 bodies, and me saying, oh, that's terrible. I mean, it's entertaining, but I mean, water is wet, the sky is blue, whores are going to be whores. I mean, that's just life. Women are going to do crazy shit. We're going to go into harems. There's going to be more sexless men. Like, this is happening. So I can't really do much about it. It doesn't matter what you say to women. They're going to do the same thing regardless of what they say. When they say they found God on a podcast, they'll, you know, interviewing 1,000 women, guys, has blackpilled me a little bit, because I just see, you know, women say things and they do the exact opposite. So it doesn't even matter. I bet you all those chicks that called into Kevin Samuel's show, I bet you money they're pretty much doing the same thing. Minus like one or two that maybe took the information and made it change. And I do enjoy giving you guys analyses. I do enjoy having the call-ins, but the way I look at that is I have the rest of my life to do that. And at some point, I think everyone kind of goes into a call-in show. But for now, I just don't really want to watch the news cycle as much. It's kind of depressing. Going back and forth with people on Twitter is entertaining for sure, but it's just, I really want to go into the real world and make content. I kind of want to be on my feet this is just how I think, okay? So I was telling you guys I want to go to different parts of the country and interview maybe places that are more traditional. The Amish, I want to go to rural Alabama. I want to go to Alaska. What's dating and relationships and culture like in Alaska? And I think that's way more interesting than a call-in show. Even though I'm going to do it eventually. I can't, you know, and even if I couldn't travel as much, I was even thinking like going into different parts of Chicago. Chicago has like like it's an Italian part, it has an Orthodox Greek part. It has, I even wanted to go to the South Side, but I was like, how can I do that and not get shot? I don't want to, you know, but you know, there's suburbs that have different, there's Indian communities. So you could even do it in the city, just go more in depth. So that's my thought for next time frame. So I'm moving from England to Chicago Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know which day, but next week early, I'm moving back. I believe I have one interview set up for July. I have a couple I already filmed that we just haven't put out yet. But outside of that, I'm going to be working on the documentary. I would guess fall. Maybe September. That's my guess, is when I can really, you know, start doing that stuff. So I thank you guys now for your patience, because I have to go set up a new set in Chicago, find, you know, a new producer, get him trained. And then on the side for London, I didn't want to let, you know, I have some really great employees here. I didn't want to let them go. So what we're doing in London is some of them still are going to do work for me remotely. But if you want to start a YouTube channel, we actually can do everything where you just sit down, talk, and we do everything for you. This is thumbnails, editing, clips. So we basically have a little like media agency that we do for people. And I really enjoy helping people with YouTube. I'm probably gonna, at some point, put out like a creator academy where I could teach you guys everything I know, because I've met a lot of you guys just over the years, my followers, and a lot of you are some interesting people. I think you would do well with the channel, and a channel can change your life, truly. So that's later though. Don't expect, that's later. And yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking moving forward. Could change. I don't know. If you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. Sorry, I've been a little bit all over the place this year, but I've had to really think a lot of stuff through. I'm also writing a book, so at some point that'll be out, but those are later projects. My first thing is I'm getting this documentary done. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.